Hey everyone, Vet Vlogz. I'm here at Lackland Air Base. My youngest son wasn't feeling well, so I took him to the urgent care. But I thought since we're here, I saw a few planes sitting around. I thought, hey, let's see if we can jump on one and make our way down to Asia. But they kind of look like they're grounded. So I'll take you guys around, show you guys a little bit about the Air Museum, basically, is what we got here. Now we're so close to the hospital here. These are more of the medical stuff, but the cool planes are over there. And yeah, let's get some of that going too. So, but let's see what we got here. We got Military Airlift Command. The window looks kind of shot on this one, but this is the Nightingale. Pretty good looking plane here. We got a couple of, which I don't know if there's a part of the museum there, the Hummers or. I walked over to this one before, and you can't get too close to this one. They have a gate all the way around it. You know, they painted the windows, so. But it's still really cool to see what people back in the old days would hop on for, you know, the retirees could jump aboard and space available, just jump on there. Not if it was a combat mission, of course. Well, you know, back then, I'm not real sure. Maybe it could have been. So we'll just kind of wander around a little bit and see how everything's going here. I'd like to show you guys the bridge too. So there's a walking bridge over there by the gate for soldiers that are coming in. And it's also a pedestrian bridge, believe it or not. So if I want to walk over to the other side, I could go from base to base, or if I'm actually on the outside, I can take the civilian side. So these bridges, they act as both. You know, if you go through there, you're on the civilian side. You go through here, you're on the military side. So I'm not sure if the other one's like that, but I would imagine. Definitely have been through this one a couple of times. So here's a military air transport, which I would guess is medical because it's over here. And the parade field's gonna be right over there. We may jump in the truck and just drive over there for a second. Trevor, he's sitting in the waiting room. That's my youngest son. He suffers from severe GERD. He's had it where he couldn't eat for weeks at a time. Oh, he went a whole week. But they struggle for a very long time. So we'll just kind of, this right here, that's your C-130, the A class. That's the first C-130. So when we do all these chants and cadence and C-130, this is it. This is what we're talking about. And yeah, we'll kind of get up in the shade a little bit here, huh? Beautiful, beautiful planes. Very, very small compared to the newer ones. Or at least they seem small. Okay, so we're back at the parade field, and we're here with the Lockheed Martin SR-71. This is what they call the Blackbird. And yeah, it's pretty neat looking. Now, I park kind of far away, but there's planes all the way around the airfield. We're gonna check them all out. We're gonna just hang out and wander until Trevor calls us. But this is one of my favorite places to come walk. I like walking at Fort Sam, around the officer housing. There's huge track, multiple tracks. I mean, you can make it a mile, you can make it 5 miles, you can do all kinds of stuff. But yeah, I want to stop and show you guys this SR-71, and now we'll run over and check out some fighter jets, and then we'll walk around the parade field and go look near the command center. There's some really neat stuff over here. But yeah, this is Lockheed Martin's SR-71. A little bit more there, but they retired this one in 1990. And well, this one was retired in 1990, but the whole fleet was retired in 1995. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Retired in 1990, yeah, we're not gonna go with that. But it was reactivated in 1995. So yeah, that might be kind of cool if you see a couple of those flying around and you're in Afghanistan or Iraq or wherever the hell we might need that. Sorry about that, wherever we might need those. So let's just get up on the parade field here. If you need to go to the bathroom, right here, that's where we go. I don't think there's another bathroom on the parade field. There's a building over there, but that is not a restroom. I'm sure there's bathrooms in the command center, but yeah, let's just kind of check this out a second. And again, I don't want to leave my truck too far away, so we'll come around here. This is pretty neat looking track here. Joltin' Josie, the Pacific Pioneer. So I imagine this guy was part of the Pacific Fleet, or we could say this lady, because the Joltin' Josie. And I'm not sure the significance behind all the bombs there. Maybe that's how many missions this actual plane had flew on. But they call it the Super Fortress. And pretty neat. Oh, here we go, right here. So, well, this is a memorial to the B-29, an enlisted story about Master Sergeant Henry E. Irwin. So if you guys want to know about Henry E. Irwin, Master Sergeant Henry E. Irwin, that's probably a pretty amazing story. And here we go. I don't know if that's Josie again, but look at how many bombs this guy has dropped. I mean, I can't even count that many. You see all those? A couple of swastikas. So this one was definitely a World War II. Heavens above, and you got Josie there, sprawled out in the clouds. Heavens above. Yeah, and then there's another story about Staff Sergeant. I'm just gonna show you guys because I can't read that name. But I always encourage checking that stuff out, and it's really neat. So here's another bomber. You can see a lot of swastikas. I'm not sure the difference between the swastikas and maybe that took out so many. I'm not sure, but the bombs I think are the runs that they did. Here's this is so cool. I haven't seen this yet, but this is the Medal of Honor. It's a valor, talking about World War II, World War I, the Korean, the Vietnam, and Southwest Asia. Pretty neat. A lot of this is 1918 through 1968. Oh, okay. 2002, we have one. So really proud of these guys. And I think we might be interrupting, even though kissing on the bleachers maybe, I don't know. So this is what I was talking about. So I think these are specific to each plane. I'll have to check this out when I get home, and maybe I can add in there. So this one has 5 swastikas and, I don't know, 15 bombs. I didn't really count them. You guys might count them. But you got the gunner up front, and that's just a really awesome, the blasted event. I love how we decorate our planes, and they still to this day, we decorate the bombs that we drop. Well, not really decorate them so much. Trevor just messaged, they took me in the back rooms, and well, we'll read that soon. But yeah, we won't go too far, but, well, I say that, but yeah, we're fixing to walk this whole field. So this guy right here, lots of bombs. Really interested in the significance of that. Look how many guns it has. So there's a couple of what looks like 50 cals, a couple more 50 cals. So 6 50 cal guns all on the nose. I mean, you don't want to be behind this guy. Well, actually, you don't want this guy behind you. Yeah, I'd rather be behind him than in front of him. And yeah, pretty neat. Now, this one here, she's the versatile lady. At least that's what it says on the front. And man, is she's a big gal there. I mean, I imagine World War II, she's pretty to look at when you're fixing to go take a flight. So here we go again. There's 6 50 cal guns right on the nose. I mean, wow. 6 on the nose, 3 on each wing. Look at that. Let me see if I can show you guys that. So there's 3 on each wing. You definitely don't want to be behind this guy, or in front of this guy. I'm sorry, I keep saying that. So this right here is an A26C. You got some more memorials all the way around of different stuff, but this is a military dog team. One of the guys from my company, he went on to be a dog handler, and you know, the reason I remember him so much is because one of his testicles were huge. Like, I mean, he had something going on, it just swole up. Wouldn't go see the medic, wouldn't go to the clinic over it. Yeah, it was just, so Guardians of America's Freedom. The Labrador, that's a Labrador Retriever, German Shepherd, Doberman Pinscher. I mean, these guys are freaking cool. That looks like the same weapons I was carrying. So just a huge tribute to the dogs. And let's come over here. This guy's hiding over here in the shade. Yeah, he's giving his dog a little water out of his helmet. A not forgotten fountain. So this is actually a water fountain that has just a little bit of water in it. No, it's full of water. So I guess if we brought our dog over here, he could drink. It's a little place for Chandler. Do not place money in the fountain. Okay, makes sense. I don't want my dog drinking money flavored water. But yeah, this is a real honor to take you guys and show y'all a little bit. This is my backyard. This is where I do most of my medical appointments. Well, it was, okay. It just got goofed up when I went to re-up my ID. Now I don't see an on-post provider anymore. You know, I was going, now I have all my specialty is still on post, but my primary care physician is now a civilian doctor. And yeah, we'll see how that works out. Just got my medicines refilled. She gave me a 3-month supply. I picked those up on Thursday. A 3-month supply, so now I can actually leave the country for 3 months and not worry about my meds. That's a huge bag. So yeah, I have an appointment at the end of November. So if I can get on a plane, actually I have one September 30th with this provider, but that's a tele appointment. And I was supposed to go do labs yesterday, Friday. Got up, went straight to Whataburger, got me a honey butter chicken biscuit, ran back home, got the paper, drove all the way over there to do the labs, and right before I took the exit, I realized I'm supposed to fast. so I stopped that one, and hopefully I'll get those done on the 30th. Then maybe if one of our 2 planes leaves out, heads to Washington, I'm on it. I'll be in Washington for a day or so, and I'll jump on a plane and I'll go to Japan. And once I get to Japan, then it's a brand new country. So I'm gonna be doing something, you know. I'll be in Japan, might jump on a flight from Japan, go to Mindanao, Philippines, see how that goes. When I get to Mindanao, Philippines, I wanna explore a little bit, meet my girlfriend here. Let's stop and talk about the C1188, C118. Not real sure, but this is our command center. Whenever they're doing parades out here on the parade field, show you guys a little bit. They do graduation, I believe it's every Thursday. Air Force graduation, they're out here, and all the flags are all loaded up, and it just, we'll kind of walk in there and see that little tribute. Because I usually don't come during the week because it's just, you know, they're doing drills and practicing, getting ready for the parades if they're not doing the parades. So, yeah, we'll kind of look at this. Looks like something for the drill sergeant. Training instructor. I guess maybe in the Air Force we don't call them drill sergeants. But in the Army, they drill the heck out of you. They drill you pretty good, so yeah. Those hats, they're drill sergeants, whatever. All right, so let's get over here and let's see some real cool stuff. Now this military transport plane looks like the one over there by the hospital. So I guess they had 2 of those, so put one over there. And this one over here, although it's I don't know. But not only do they have the 3 over by the hospital, and then all the way around the parade field, it's just loaded, but they have some in the front, near each company. Like a friend of mine, he is a engineer for a C5. The C5 is huge. The nose opens, the tail opens, and you can load 6 Apache helicopters, several Jeeps. You can load a lot on a C5. In fact, NASA, when they went to move the space shuttle from Houston to Florida, or Florida to Houston, they take a C5 and they strap it to the top of it. Yeah, if you ever want to, you can just look that up, and C5 and space shuttle, and you'll see them flying around with the space shuttle on the top of it. Pretty neat. So this is the C-19 right here. It's looks like it's also a transport. I don't see very many. I don't see any bombs painted to the side of it, so it might be considered a meat wagon, just carrying meat. By meat, I mean soldiers. That's what we are, meat. And this guy right here, a C-123. And I'm just reading these off the signs. You know, I don't memorize any of this stuff. And I'm not gonna come up there and read every placard to you guys, because that would just be way dry. But I do want to show you guys some planes. This is what I like to see, you know, yeah. The ones around the corner though, I mean, these things flew actual combat missions. When they retired, they brought them here. So it's just amazing. But those bombers, you can see that they've had missions, and they got some kills. And yeah, we're very proud of those people. And we see all the placards all over from the guys we lost. heroes, our heroes. Here we go, right here. This is dedicated to the maintenance crews who flew the HH-43, the ones who made it, the supreme sacrifice. You know, these guys were, yeah, killed in Southeast Asia. Yeah, let's get you guys some good views of that. And I love coming out here. In fact, I come out here a few times a year, if not every few months, maybe 4 times a year or more. Chandler likes to come walk out here with me. It's pretty nice. The weather right now is not horrible, although my camera would disagree because it's burning up hot. And the sun is pretty warm, but I'm from Texas. So when you have an 80-degree day or 86-degree day, it's pretty nice, I think. All right, so here we are at the Phantom II. Look at that stuff. I mean, they got some air intake right there, but the Phantom II. This little guy right here is pretty stealthy looking. I mean, these guys could sneak up on you, and I guess this is like a radar. Don't pretend like I know. So if I said that wrong, you go ahead and you let me know, because I'm Army. I'm not Air Force, but I admire the Air Force. And in fact, my job, in addition to being an infantry soldier, 11 Bravo for the Army, I was also, well, let me give you a little backstory. So when I was joining the Army, my dad, a Cav Scout, he said, "Don't go Army." And I said, "Well, I signed up for it." And he said, "Don't go combat." Well, I signed up for infantry. And then he said, "Don't volunteer for anything." And my unit was asking, "Hey, we need someone to be RTO, radio telephone operator." And I raised my hand, "Yeah, I'll do it." And they said, "Oh, you know, the average lifespan of an RTO is 36 seconds in a combat situation." I was 28 years old. I thought, you know what? Maybe 29 at the time. Yeah, let me do that. Yeah, I was 29. 28 when I enlisted, 29 when I deployed. And 1 month after my 30th birthday, I got blown up. So they actually they skipped the first truck, got my truck. Mission before that, I had stopped every 1,000 meters or so. And we would jump out, I would jump out, and I would try to see what kind of comms I could get. You know what I mean? If something like what happened to me was to happen, how far would I need to go to get on a satellite radio, satellite signal? And so every few clicks we'd stop and check that out, and sure enough, that next mission, doing the same stuff, well, we were actually taking some guys in for the, this is a B-52, the biggest plane out here I've seen on this base, in the museum portion of it. So this is our B-52. I don't see any bombs or anything painted on the side, but it looks like maybe they painted it again. I'm not sure. So looks like they were gonna paint the whole thing black maybe. Unless that's a protective carrier for stowing it. So yeah. Dad said don't volunteer for anything. I volunteered for everything. Yeah, I'm pretty good about, this is about Airman First Class Martin Jester. And also Airman Second Class. Yeah, I'll just let y'all read that. I'm not that great at reading stuff. So, don't want to butcher a name. But this is the B-57. And right here we got a F-100. So I imagine this is called the Super Saber. Super Saber. And this guy's the Grim Reaper. Check him out. Yeah. J105 Thunder Chief. Yeah, we'll get across the street here, and I don't know if any of you guys follow my Facebook, which I imagine every one of the 14 of you guys follow my Facebook, because you guys are pretty much my family, and I don't even think all my family's on here. I think I got like maybe a few family members and a few friends. So, but you guys are all my friends, and you guys are all my family. So here we go with pinball. Do not tilt. Yeah. I mean, if I'm gonna kick some ass, put me in a pink jet and let me do it, you know? That's the P63 right here. P63. I guess that stands for pinball. So we'll kind of keep on with our story here before we get overheated on the camera. Yeah. No smoking. I quit smoking, so. But when I did smoke, I don't think I smoked out here. So this is the P51. And looks like the propellers are a little burring out or whatever. Oh, maybe they put that on there to make it look like it was in action. So yeah, there's places to sit down, places to rest, places to come and eat your lunch. It's just a big, you know, when they're doing the graduation and guys are sitting out there dress uniform for so long, and their family comes from all over, it's pretty nice to have a little place to sit down and eat lunch and not have to worry about getting too far away from your ceremony. So this guy he's taking off right now. So we kind of missed that flight. Of course, he don't go too far, so. But we'll circle back around and we'll head back to the truck, and then we'll go check on Trevor. Across the field here, there's a lot of cool stuff. Oh, we just went through that. I'm sorry. Yeah, we just looked at that, and yeah. So this is the P38, the Lightning. See if we can make it look like we're it's flying over us. Yeah, maybe right there, huh? Maybe it looks cool. Maybe I could take a photograph out of that. All right, so we're gonna want to cross right here. Show you guys a little more. A little more, less. More is better than less. Sorry. Try not to make this too dry, but check this guy out. He's got the teeth on him. This is the A7 Corstar. Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce any of these names. This guy right here, looking pretty cool. This is the unknown bomber from Desert Storm 1991. And like a little Gatling gun on the front. I imagine that's also 50 cal. Oh, so here we go. So I wonder, has this guy taken out 8 tanks? I don't know, but it looks like he took some stuff out. And this one right here was the 602. D is a tactical air control, part of the 602, which would be his last duty station, I would imagine. And so we got a little bit more modern stuff over here that's just worth looking at. And I don't know if you guys see the truck over there, and we'll get a better view of that one plane. I'm not gonna pretend like I remembered the name of it. But check this guy out. This is the Falcon. This is a F-16 right here. So this F-16 was also in Operation Desert Fox, 1991. This guy's been to Belgium, Denmark, Turkey, Egypt, Israel. Okay, so all of those places have purchased this plane. And I imagine they're still operating these F-16s in Egypt and a lot of those countries. And yeah, here's the F-15. So you got the F-16, you got the F-15, the Eagle version. And then if you see over there, that beautiful black Chevy Silverado over there, that's us. Yeah, beautiful. And the plane's not bad looking either. You know, one time I parked my truck right next to the plane and I was able to get them both in the same photographs. But yeah, here's our F-15. F-15 Eagle. And I imagine that they're still operating these in a lot of these countries, because one thing we do is we make really good stuff and we sell it all over. So Egypt, all of those that I just named. Yeah. So part of my brain injury, I have the short-term memory. So I'm not going to sit there and try to remember everything I just said, because you guys can just rewind it and say, oh, this guy's so full of poop. And yeah, which I'm not full of poop. I mean, I pooped twice today, which is more than you guys need to know. But hey, you just know I'm not full of poop. I take you guys and I show you guys around a little bit. The parade field. And across the highway here is the other part of Lackland, and you see a couple of hundred soldiers all lined up over there doing something kind of amazing. In fact, let's walk up the hill here and see if we can kind of, so I said a couple of hundred. Now I'm thinking it's closer to 500 or 600. Because when you go across, you see a lot more. And there's like a little barrier here, really helps with some stuff. But yeah, they're all lining up. That's the training area for a lot of the new recruits. They come over here, they graduate. This is the hospital area. A lot of the people that live here. So I didn't realize the walking trail goes all the way around the outside here, and some benches all the way along the walking trail. So they are standing so perfectly still, except for the one guy's doing push-ups. Yeah. And one thing they do is that if they stand still like that for too long and they lock their knees, they will pass out. So the guy doing push-ups, Air Force, didn't really look like he was pushing anything. He might have just passed out. So yeah, let's kind of we'll check out. We got some tables and we got our walk thing, but I don't, whew. All right. I hope you guys like it. I'm practicing turning the camera back and forth. That way you guys don't just look at me and my ugly chin. Yeah, I think I had something on my chin on this video I'm gonna post on Monday morning. But here's our beautiful, beautiful truck right here. And this is where we started with this plane. And then, I don't know if we're being stalked, but oh, a guy and a girl is gonna park right there. They're probably gonna do some Air Force type stuff that we don't need to know about. So let's get in our truck and go. Oh no, they're gonna walk the trail. They're gonna run the trail, I imagine. So let's go back. We'll check on Trevor. Maybe I'll walk you guys around the hospital a little bit. Show you guys what's up. Buddy in the ambulance there. And let me just kind of show you guys. The building is just amazing. It's that way we don't accidentally film somebody getting out of the ambulance. But privacy is key, especially with us here at Vet Vlogz. So whenever I do get on the military hot flights, I might not be able to film a lot on the plane. I might take a couple of pictures while I'm on there, because there's some stuff on these planes that are top secret or secret. Regardless, you film the wrong thing, you go to prison, and we ain't doing that. So all these planes are in the museum. They're easy to film. But when I'm on a board a flight full of active duty soldiers going to a war or wherever they're going, usually not actually going to war, but they're going to another country to prepare. Yeah, we're not going to film that. So this is where I do most of my medical. And you guys see the emergency room. That's where I do all my emergency type stuff. But this is my pharmacy. So right on the other side of this, you got 12 or 13 windows for pharmacy. And perhaps we'll just kind of walk around it. So this is where they demolished the old hospital, right over there. Got photos of us doing that and going in and out. Sorry, people walking in the building there. So it's Saturday night. Well, Saturday evening, 4:30ish. So that's why you see it's like dead. You know, now comes Sunday night, 4:30th, this thing's gonna be packed full of trainee soldiers that don't want to work on Monday. At least that's my gist of it. You know, every time you got somebody complaining about something, they got to have a battle buddy. So everybody's in pairs. It's pretty neat. So they just demolished the building there. Can't really see a lot because of the fence. Come down this hill and there's like a big parking garage for the people who work here. And you drive all the way around, you come through here. It's just something else. We'll duck in and we'll get some film of the flags, and since there's not a lot of patients here. Oh, you know what? They're not gonna let me go in this door. What? See if we can find another entrance. So you kind of get a little picture of everything. These doors must be secured. So I'm not gonna walk all the way around the building, which, I mean, might as well, right? Let's just do it. Yeah, because we don't want to walk in front of the ambulance again. And this is just a good spot to talk. So I love to walk. My legs are killing me from yesterday, from last weekend. I've been trying to exercise a little bit so I don't look so pudgy on the cameras, because they say the camera adds 20 pounds. I don't know who they are, but I just heard that before. Yeah, so kind of walk around a little bit. I'm not sure what they're going to end up doing with this big field here, but hopefully it's something cool. Maybe some walking trails would be nice. Even though they got the parade field right there, I like to have some more running track. Because the parade field, it's not, I mean, I run on it, but it's more for families and people and parade type stuff. We're just gonna kind of walk around here and just check it out. And I think the sidewalk is gonna run out. Not the road, but the sidewalk. And we don't wanna go in the parking garage because that's more for staff. But we do wanna go all the way around the hospital here, back over there by the emergency entrance. So this is the parking garage for the staff. And see, I when waiting on my appointments, I walk all the way down the sidewalk, down here, and then back up. And I might do that 10 or 15 times just to get that little incline. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's kind of nice when you're going downhill too. But it seems like going downhill hurts my leg a little bit more than the incline. One of my injuries from the IED explosion was both the bones, the tib and the fib, broke on my left leg, and it came out of the skin. It was a open compound fracture, which is nothing. I mean, we can go without a leg. I mean, it's something, but I suffer from a lot of pain from that still. Mine was a limb salvage, so I was very blessed there. But my real problem was my brain was swollen and bleeding. And I don't know that the swelling ever went down, because, I mean, I'm smart as heck. No, but I do got a big brain. At least that's the way I kind of feel about it. So, you know, when your brain swells up, when I joined the infantry, I wasn't all that smart. And after my brain injury, my brain swole up. I started college, 2017, got an associate, water resource science, a little technical vocational course. And then I got another associate in liberal arts, because that technical vocational course didn't provide a lot of academic credits. So boom, I got 2 associates, one all academics and one almost all technical vocational. And then I went over to Texas A&M, and I started in on their brand new program called Water Resources Science and Technology, which is, again, a lot of technical vocational type stuff. And then I finished that BAAS, and then I moved on to the master's degree. I could have went straight into the master's degree, but I wanted to, you know, I started the associate, it was 2 + 2, and I wanted to finish that. I wanted to, you know, let me finish that. And then once I did that, I signed up for the master's degree, which was kind of ironic because I had to retake all the classes again. Yeah, instead of taking them, no, the professors, depending on who the professor was, let me help create material for her course, or just had me do research on the side. I didn't actually have to sit through the course twice. On a couple of them I did. You know, even though I was all A's and B's, a couple of them, it was just nice to sit through it on a second time, because yeah, very, very technical stuff. A lot of math, a lot of trigonometry. You know, water. Some PhD holders, they spend their entire career studying one small aspect of water. But for me, I'm studying the broad basis of it. Of course, with the associates, how to clean it, how to make sure that everything's to parameters, and now with the bachelors and the masters, a lot of it's a law. You know, there's certain federal laws, federal standards, state standards that you have to adhere to when releasing wastewater into the drain, you know, because your wastewater facility won't clean. They clean to a certain standard, but if you own a car wash and you start sending your stuff to the wastewater treatment plant, you're going to kill all the bugs at the plant, and yeah, somebody's going to be unhappy. A lot of untreated poo-poo. So anyways, we have just walked all the way around the hospital, and okay, maybe not all the way around, but we're getting close. And I guess this is the entrance to the parking garage. Maybe. But we're almost back to the planes, if you don't see that. Right over there, that's the ones we started at. Yeah, this looks like the parking garage here. Yes, sir. That's what it is. And Camp Brimble. That's kind of cool. I mean, I don't know what they do there, but there's a bear on the placard. It doesn't look any fun though. Not much fun to me. If we're gonna go camping, we're gonna do it not on an Air Force base. I did a lot of my camping in Georgia. Yeah, we dig a hole. We lay down in the hole and then it fill up with water while we're sleeping. Yeah, and we dig foxholes. One of the marches going through Georgia, the sergeant hollered for everybody to get down. So we all laid down in the dirt. And I had one of the drill sergeants walk up to me, said, "Where? I don't want you to move, but there's a snake right by your face." And I couldn't turn my head to look. You know what I mean? Hey, everybody got up, continued with that mission, and I stayed laying there. And it was quite a few minutes that I was just laying there before the sergeant came back up and said, "What are you doing?" I said, drill sergeant said, "There's a snake by my face." He said, "Don't move." And the guy looked around, you're good, you're clear. So I got up and I watch where I lay down now. Even in Afghanistan, when it's time to lay down, I ain't trying to get bit by no damn snake in another country. I ain't trying to get bit by a snake in my own country. So yeah, taught me a good lesson. Hey, when you go to jump in the dirt, you're not just hiding from the enemy. Yeah. So a lot of these parking over here, you'll have it Purple Heart parking for us. Kind of cool, but they also got them reserved for expected mothers. If you're a mama, a pregnant mama, you need a few parking spots of your own. Just saying. So we walked all the way around. We started at our truck. I showed you guys right around the hospital, the museum piece aircraft. And then we went around the parade field, kind of walked all the way around the hospital. And I would kind of hope Trevor be about done by now. So we'll put this together. We'll see how short we can get out and try to make you guys some short videos, even though this one's not short. I got yeah. But, that first one, well, the first one I did was my deployment in Afghanistan, my last day in Afghanistan when I got blown up. So, and then after that, trying to walk around downtown and show you guys the river walk. That was pretty long. And anyways, I love you guys. Hey, 14 subscribers, if I'm not mistaken. Wow, we are moving. We are moving. I really appreciate every one of you guys. Mom, Jason, my brother. I don't know if I can get my kids to subscribe, but hey, if you guys are watching this, why don't y'all just hit the subscribe button? I'm gonna bring you guys content no matter what. So take it easy. Let's drop this camera and let's go check on Trevor. Thanks guys. Vet Vlogz with a Z.